What up my ninjas, Dollop right here, and welcome to my review of Scroll of the Demodragon. I'm gonna be honest, I was nervous about this final season of Ninja Turtles once I learned that it was in an anthology format. To me, since we're following mini adventures, that spells the formula for lighthearted, fun, yay! Not really appropriate given the growth the Turtles have endured. It's like Teen Titans Go after Teen Titans. That being said, this episode completely eased my worries. We've got some kind of like new villains and elements to enjoy, so I'm actually really excited. Now let's start off with the new villains, these mysterious little cultist creatures that Tiger Claw has recruited. We don't know what they are, we don't know what they're up to, so I am very intrigued right out of the gate. The inclusion of magic and the supernatural, like at first, might seem a little cheesy, but it actually really works for the show. It's something we haven't really encountered in depth, so I am excited. Now before we get into the character development, let's talk about the action real quick. What I really enjoyed was that there were really intense moments throughout the episode, including the toughest villain yet for the Turtles. What I did not like was that the Turtles had their shells handed to them in every single sequence. And I get it, these villains are supposed to be tough in order for the Turtles to grow. It just doesn't make sense that they've defeated the Super Shredder and now they can't handle these little itty bitty cultist creatures. Speaking of letdowns, I'm gonna be honest, the Star Trek-esque Space Heroes reboot was not cool for me. And I say that because Captain Ryan, who's supposed to be Leo's ultimate leader, he's more of a villain. He is such a jerk, and yet Leo thinks that he's awesome. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. Plus, this episode didn't really add anything to the Turtles' adventures at all, which these little mini TV shows usually do. Now that being said, I at least recognize that this episode, this mini Space Heroes one, actually is a full circle device, kind of showing us that it's the beginning of the end. The reference of of Star Trek was actually very, very heartwarming, as were all the fun little references from Ghostbusters to Batman. Lots of really cool little tidbits to enjoy in proper TMNT 2012 fashion.
What would you have me do, Master?
But what I do appreciate is watching Tiger Claw's devotion and alliance to the Shredder. He has brought in some interesting new allies. He's really researched how to bring the Shredder back. So even though we know what his ultimate goal is out of the gate, as I said, those intriguing elements really bring me in. Now Carvaxis, on the other hand, he is a brand new character, voiced by Mark Hamill, by the way, who always does an interesting job in his voice acting work, so I am so excited that he's on board with this show. Now Carvaxis though, he's not down for being anybody's puppet. You can tell by the way he says master. He's not very loyal to Tiger Claw at all. So I am intrigued as well, not just with Tiger Claw's potential, but for what Carvaxis, with his netherworld powers, what he has in store for the show too.
If these creatures are performing weird sacrifices, then we need to do something about it.
I know I already mentioned that the action left a little something to be desired with the Turtles consistently defeated, but it might have something to do more with their training. It might be lacking because they don't have Master Splinter to guide them. Not to blame Leo though, he's definitely a strong leader for sure, but maybe throughout the episodes to come, we'll see him grow into a bigger leadership role. Now, on the topic of Splinter being gone, I appreciate what the show has done to show us that the Turtles still miss him. That modified altar to remember deceased loved ones was very, very touching, especially with the turtle tots and Splinter proudly standing behind them. So cute. What's quite a relief, if I'm going to be honest, is that the Turtles haven't let it get to them too far. Life hasn't really changed for them without Master Splinter. They debrief, they prepare for their missions like they usually do, and on top of that, and this is particularly heartening, The turtles have resumed their regular roles. Raph is still passionate without being overly angry. Michelangelo has his big heart. Donatello follows his passions in science, so on and so forth. I'd say the only turtle that's particularly shaken by Master Splinter's death is Leonardo, to nobody's surprise, right? He may feel lost and they recognize that at some point, I'm sure. However, you know, they believe in him completely. They haven't lost faith in him at all. What is saddening is Leo, who is, of course, as I said, shaken and overwhelmed by this intense pressure he's feeling. I appreciate that he doesn't let that affect him too much in battle, but it definitely overtakes him when he's alone. I don't think that's healthy for one's soul to handle, and I hope that over this season he'll actually open up to his family and he'll be honest with them. Splinter's timing, his spirit was very, very well done. When Leo was most lost, that's when Splinter arrived with wisdom and with some heartening words. I wish he stayed a little longer with Leo, and I wish his wisdom wasn't so vague. Like, look for the light within, and these creatures aren't what they appear. Like, the turtles don't know what these creatures are, so telling them that they aren't what they appear, like, what does that mean? I don't know. So maybe his appearance did a little more harm than good? You let me know down in the comments.
Holy geek out, Wingnut! This is so awesome!
Speaking of the comments, I definitely have my question of the day for you. What do you think of Caraxes? Seriously, I'd love to know. He's voiced by Mark Hamill. He is quite villainous, clearly. So what do you think? Now we'll talk again for the next episode, but thanks so much for watching, my ninjas. Until next time.